In this video, we're going to look at ratios. And this first problem here, we're going to look at writing this ratio in two other ways. So when we see this ratio, we can say that 7 to 6. And so one other way that we could write it would be 7, literally with the word 2 and 6. The third way we could write it is as a fraction. We could put 7 over 6. And again, we would read that 7 to 6. So as we look at problem number 2 and we're trying to simplify, we might want to consider writing it in one of these two ways. I believe that writing it as a fraction is probably the easiest way to write it. So we'll write 3.2 to 4. And then you may be thinking, well, how do I deal with a decimal in a fraction? Well, the easiest way to do that is to multiply by 10 to clear the decimal. Now, if you multiply by 10 on the top, of course, you have to multiply by 10 on the bottom. And that's going to give you 3.2 times 10. You can plug that in your calculator, it gives you 32. And then 4 times 10 gives you 40. Now you can reduce the fraction 32 over 40. It looks like these can be divided by 8. Remember, you have to divide the same number on top and bottom. So 32 divided by 8 gives you 4, and 40 divided by 8 gives you 5. So let's look then at the last problem here, a little bit of a word problem. We've got 6 out of 9 dentists surveyed recommend Bright Smile toothpaste. So what is the ratio of dentists who recommend Bright Smile to those who do not? So when we see 6 out of 9 dentists recommend, that means that 6 recommend out of 9 total. So if 6 recommend and there were 9 total, then there had to be 3 who did not recommend. So if we're going to write a ratio of dentists who recommend, that's 6, and those who do not recommend, that's 3, we could write that as 6 to 3. We could write that as 6 to 3, or we could write that as 6 over 3. 3 different ratios, all meaning the same thing. Okay, so then B says, what is the ratio of dentists who did not recommend Bright Smiles to all dentists? So those who did not recommend, that's 3. To all dentists, that's 9. And again, you can write it in any of these 3 ways to show the ratio.